Hey everyone, Adam here with brahwegotthis, and today we are finally covering the best tank sets in ESO. I wanted to wait until the Markarth release dropped to see if I could add any new ones or if any major changes happened. So I've come up with my 10 best tank sets for you all. We are going to cover what they actually do, where you get them, and what content they are used for typically. And as always, if you ever have any questions or want to watch me play live, I stream on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/brahwegotthis. Come by and hang out with us sometime. Also, you can join our Discord and our mini guilds, especially our new trading guild. The Discord link and the Twitch link is in the description. And I want to give a huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you all for supporting me. I really do appreciate it. If you would like to join the Patreon and get videos like this early or my builds early, check out the link below for all the options. And you can also follow me on Twitter at brahwegotthis and check out our website at brahwegotthis.com. So unlike my best healer sets video and my best DPS sets for Magicka and Stamina characters, these sets are going to be listed in sort of a different manner. Tank sets a lot of times aren't really difficult to use. The difficulty really comes from knowing how to tank and mastering that. So how I have ranked these are basically from beginner friendly to more advanced sets that are used more in the late and end game and better utilized in the late end game if you understand how they work. And again, just like in my 5 myths for ESO's in-game video, I talk about sets aren't what make you great at this game. Sets are nice and they help, but you need to be able to master the mechanics and other facets of your build to really take advantage of some of these sets. So if you want to watch that video and understand exactly what I'm talking about, it will be linked in the description or the top of the screen. Also, a disclaimer, these are sets that are, in my opinion, some of the best overall tank sets in the game for most players. You may not agree completely with the list, which is okay, because there are so many sets in this game you can use to tank. So let me know down in the comments section which sets you like and why. Lastly, if you want to check out my other best set videos for other roles, check those out in the description below. But let's go ahead and get into the 10 best tank set. First set we're going to go over is Plague Doctor. This is farmable in the Overland in Deshawn. This is a solid beginner set, okay? What it does is it adds max health, like 1,206 max health, 1,206 max health, and then another 1,206 max health, and then 2,804 max health at the end. You're going to get a lot of health from this. This set is easy to farm in the Overland for Deshawn. It's in the base game, and it's a solid set for any tank that is just starting out at CP 160. It's going to be a solid bonus for you. You can't go wrong with this set. So pick this up if you're a new tank, if you need something to start out on before you're grinding for other sets. It's a solid pick. The next one is Taurog's Pact. Taurog's Pact is a craftable set that is very easy to craft. You only need 3 traits to craft this. The locations for the set table are Deshawn, Grotwood, and Stormhaven. So those are like the capital zones of those alliances. We also have this table in our guild hall. All you have to do is right-click my name and travel to primary residence. What this does is it adds 1487 armor. It adds 1206 max health and adds 1487 armor again. And then it's 5-piece, decreases weapon enchantment cooldown by 33% and increases non-oblivion damage weapon enchantment potency by 45%. And so this set, again, is a solid beginner set for tanks. You honestly could pair this with Plague Doctor if you'd like and get some nice armor and health benefits. And then with this one, this decreases weapon enchantment cooldown. So if you got some enchants on your swords and, on your body pieces and, ice staff or shield or whatever, it's going to allow that enchantment cooldown to be reduced significantly, basically by 1/3, which is really, really nice. And again, with Taurog's Pact and with Plague Doctor, at CP 160, you can use this set to tank dungeons. You can use this set, really, for the most part, if you've got a good team, you could do some vet dungeons with these sets. Again, it's all about can you do your build properly and everything like that. But these are 2 solid beginner sets. The next one is Ancient Dragon Guard. Ancient Dragon Guard is a craftable set that takes 6 traits to craft. This, you need Dragonhold, which is the Southern Elsewhere DLC. The location is in actual, the Dragonholm area, like over where Sai Sahan is. We are working on getting this in our guild hall, but we have people in the guild right now that have this set if you need it crafted. But this adds 1,206 max health. It adds 129 weapon and spell damage, 833 weapon critical, 833 spell critical. It adds 300 weapon and spell damage while your health is above 50%, and adds 3460 physical spell resistance while your health is 50% or less. You might be wondering, Adam, why is this set a good tank set? Well, this set is, again, a great beginner tank set. This is one that I highly recommend for leveling. This set was recommended to me by Grim Gladius in our guild, and I have put this on my tanks when I level them, and I love it. The reason this is so good for tanks when you're leveling them like up to 50 is because it's going to give you like bonuses to your critical, your weapon, your spell damage, all that stuff, right? That's really, really nice for when you are going to level 50, because a lot of times people, when they level to level 50 with a tank, you're not doing any DPS, you're not doing, anything, and it can get really boring sometimes because you really don't have to tank mechanics a lot of times until you get to like 45 in some of the dungeons, just because they're not that hard at first. So this set really is a great option if you need a set to craft with training traits to level your tanks up. This is what I use now on all my tanks when I level. I absolutely love it, and it's nice that you can get that physical and spell resistance when your health is 50% lower as well. The next set is Akaviri Dragon Guard. This is an overland set in Eastmarch. So all you do is farm overland, world bosses, public dungeons, dolmens, delves, things like that, right? Open chests. This adds 129 magical recovery. It adds 4% healing taken. It adds 1,206 max health, and it adds 158 health recovery, and reduces the cost of your ultimate abilities by 15%. So this set is really, really nice. It's a nice step up from Plague Doctor and Taurog's Pact, because that 5-piece bonus is amazing, especially if you got a Nord tank. You're already getting like an ulti regen bonus, plus this. You can basically spam ultimates. Like, if you're a warden, you can spam your heal. You can spam other ultimates, maybe aggressive Warhorn or whatever, but you will be able to use your ultimate a lot as a Nord with this set. And I really like picking this over Taurog's Pact and Plague Doctor, because you also get 4% healing taken. So if you heal yourself or your healer heals you, it's going to be even more healing. So that is really, really nice. Love this set, and I think this is kind of like a medium tier set when you rank up above like the beginner level and you want to get maybe a better you fully have grasped your tank build. You like to maybe bump your set up a little bit. I think this is a good pick over Ancient Dragon Guard, Taurog's Pact, and Plague Doctor. Next set, and this is like one of my favorite tanking sets, and some people might dispute me here and everything, and that's fine, but this one is Leeching Plate. Leeching Plate is farmable in the Imperial City Prison Dungeon. You can do this on normal, you don't have to do it on vet. This adds max health, 4% healing taken, and more max health, and then 5 item. When you take damage, you summon a cloud of leeching poison under the assailant. Cloud deals 1,180 poison damage every 1 second for 5 seconds and heals you for 100% of the damage caused. A cloud can be created once every 5 seconds. This set, again, I consider this like a medium tier set. This set is super fun, y'all. Like, if you want to be a tank and kind of like, do damage back without basically having to do anything, because literally when you take damage, you're going to do poison damage to whoever you took damage to, and it's going to heal you for the damage that you do. This is a great pick. I love, like, you could mix this with Akaviri Dragon Guard on like the medium tier set, and this set's going to perform really, really well. I love this set. Again, if you're able to utilize your tank build and your and understand how to tank, this set is going to be fine for you. You're going to be able to do vet dungeons and stuff like that. But for someone maybe who is not as experienced tanking, you might need to, not use this set if you're not understanding basically like, hey, this set is a really fun set. It's a good set, but you need to make sure you're doing your tank tasks as well. Like, applying debuffs, taunting, helping your team out, right? So just keep that in mind when you're going through these sets. So the next set is considered one of the best tank sets, I think, in the game, and that is Battalion Defender. This is in PvP, so you can get this by opening rewards of the worthy coffers in PvP. You can also buy this on guild traders as well. But this adds max health, this adds max stamina, and it adds 4% healing done. The 5-piece, after successfully blocking, heal yourself or a group member within 15 meters of you for 2,466 health. This effect can occur every 1 second. You're going to proc this basically every time you block because it can happen every 1 second. So this is really, really good because this helps your healer out and really high in-game content. This helps, just basically the whole team out. This is something that is really desirable if you know what you're doing as a tank and you need extra heals on like a vet DLC dungeon or maybe like a vet trial or something like that. This set is really nice. Now, I think it would be more used in a DLC dungeon for some cases, in case like, your healer isn't, is doing more of a hybrid build or something like that, right? I think this set could be considered one of the best sets in the game, and I really do like it. And again, you can buy it on guild traders or you can open rewards of the worthy coffers. And so you can pair this one with basically any of the next sets we're talking about or some of the ones we said before, but I like this set a lot. Next set, and this one kind of got a nice little buff or change, basically. This one used to not really be that desirable, and this is Aegis of Gallenway. You can also get perfected Aegis of Gallenway, but I'm just going to go over the normal version just because most people are going to have the normal version. But this is from Cloud Rest Trial in Somerset, so you will need Somerset or ESO Plus. This adds max health. You gain minor Aegis at all times, reducing your damage taken from dungeon, trial, and arena monsters by 5%. It adds 4% heal and taken. And then 5 item, after successfully blocking, you grant empower to 11 allies within 15 meters for 3 seconds, increasing the damage of their light and heavy attacks by 40%. This effect can occur once every 2 seconds. That bonus is sick, y'all. Like, light and heavy attacking is important in this game. It's how you do a decent amount of your damage, especially if you're weaving correctly for DPSs. If you block, you're just going to give your whole team in a trial or a dungeon empower, which is freaking awesome because it's going to increase their damage of their light and heavy attacks by 40%. And this can occur literally every 2 seconds, and it lasts for 3 seconds. So every time you block, you can proc this. And so if you have this and Battalion Defender, every time you block, you're getting 2 different procs. Now, this set might not be used if maybe someone else is giving Empower in some way, but I think this set could be one of the best tank sets if you use it correctly. So I love this. Make sure to check it out if you've never seen this set before. I usually have just deconstructed this set, but I really, really like this set now. It's pretty cool, and it gives you rewards for blocking. Next set is a classic staple set, and it's used in basically all content as a tank, and that is Ebon Armory. Ebon Armory gives max health, healing taken, and increases your max health by 1,000 for you and up to 11 other group members within 28 meters of you. That's the red floating orbs that you see everywhere. This is just a staple set. This could be considered a beginner set too. This set is so easy to farm, y'all. It's in Crypt of Hearts 1 and 2 dungeons. You can do it on vet or normal. It doesn't matter. But it's so easy to farm, and it's one of the best sets in the whole game, and it always, in my opinion, will be. The 5-piece bonus is really nice. You're giving your whole team 1,000 health passively, and it's just such a good staple set that this will always be a good set to go to. If you don't have any of these other sets, you can always run this. I mean, this is always going to be solid. So there's not much explaining when it comes to this other than this set is nice and you don't want to miss out on it. And because you don't literally have to do anything. It literally just gives you 1,000 health to you and your allies for doing nothing, for just wearing the set. It's crazy, y'all. Next set is also a really cool set and probably one of the best tank sets in the game. This is Claw of Yonecrine. This adds 1,206 max health. You gain minor Aegis at all times, reducing your damage taken from dungeon, trial, and arena monsters by 5%. You add 1,096 max stamina, and when you taunt an enemy, you give yourself and 11 group members minor courage for 15 seconds, increasing your weapon and spell damage by 215. This effect can occur once every 8 seconds. This is farmable in the Sunspire trial for elsewhere, so you need either elsewhere or you need the ESO Plus. This set is great, y'all. You're going to taunt an enemy every 14 to 15 seconds with your sword and board taunt or your, range taunt from Undaunted. If you're taunting Ad, you're going to do it even more. But this can occur every 8 seconds, so it's going to proc every single time. The Minor Courage is amazing. Now, so something I will say with this set, the reason that this set is really, really good, again, is because you're going to be taunting as a tank naturally. So just from taunting, you're going to get this proc. This gives Minor Courage, okay? Now, a bunch of people use Olorime on healers. Olorime gives Major Courage. So since those are minor and major, you're going to get both buffs, which are really, really nice because you're just basically maximizing this. Now, if you got a second tank, make sure they're not wearing this as well, because if they are wearing this, you're not going to get 2 Minor Courage buffs, okay? You have to keep that in mind. You get a Minor Courage and a Major Courage. And the last set before our bonus set is Roar of Alkas. And this one is a little more advanced just because a lot of people don't actually utilize this set enough. This is from Mauve Lorcage Trial, so you need the Thieves Guild DLC or ESO+. This gives you a cool little starry constellation aura over your weapons and stuff, which are really, really cool. This adds 833 weapon critical. You gain Minor Slayer at all times, increasing your damage done to dungeon, trial, and arena monsters by 5%. You add 129 weapon damage, and then the 5-piece is when you activate a synergy, you send a shockwave from your position that deals 3,010 physical damage and an additional 11,020 physical damage over 10 seconds. This reduces the physical and spell resistance of any enemy hit by the amount of initial hits damage done for the duration. So this is a really, really nice debuff that you basically add to enemies that are hit by this shockwave, okay? But in order for this set to be good, right? This is kind of what I'm talking about with in my 5 myths of the ESO in-game. This set does absolutely nothing for you unless you activate synergies, okay? There's a lot of players in this game that do not even know what synergies are. There's a lot of players in this game that don't activate synergies enough, okay? Synergies are those things you see on the ground that say like press X to synergize or whatever. If you're not activating those, this set isn't going to do anything for you. So if you're going to use this set as a tank, you need to activate synergies, because if you don't, you're not going to get that damage or that debuff to the monsters for your teammates, okay? So make sure you are activating synergies. That's why this is a little more advanced, because as a tank, you have a little more stuff that you're going to have to pay attention to. So if you can't handle activating synergies, then take this set off and use something a little more beginner friendly. Now, my bonus tank set, this is one of my favorite sets that I've just come to love recently. And I think it's pretty good, but I didn't put it in the top 10. But one of my favorite is Crimson Twilight. This adds max health, healing taken, max health, and then 5 items. After taking damage, you surround yourself in an 8-meter mist of blood. After 2 seconds, the mist is violently siphoned into your body, dealing 8,220 bleed damage to nearby enemies and healing you for 100% of the damage done. This effect can occur every 8 seconds. This set is farmable in the Castle Thorn Dungeon. I love this set because this is like a siphon kind of theme, and for some reason I love this set. It does damage, it heals you, and so you're adding to your DPS and you're healing yourself, so you're adding to your survivability as well. So I just really, really like this. Again, I'm going to be giving this more of a try. I put it as a bonus set for those of you that made it to the end of this video, but I really like this, and I hope it can make it into my top 10 because I think this set is really, really solid. But that is it, y'all. That is my 10 best tank sets for you in ESO. I will probably be updating these videos as patches go on in the future, but I'm not going to be doing it every single patch because sometimes the updates aren't too significant when it comes to buffs and debuffs. But if you did like this, make sure to like, subscribe, heavy attack that bell icon, stay up to date for more content whenever I release it, and make sure to check out my Twitch channel if you ever want to watch me live, play live, or ask me any questions at twitch.tv/brahwegotthis Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can check out the Discord as well and the guilds. The Discord link and the Twitch link is in the description, as well as all the other links. And then thank you again to all my patrons. Again, I do really, really appreciate it. And just remember, y'all, to have faith, be great, and I'll see you on ESO.